So I've always believed that charitable giving was a very important part of business. So for years I was on the Sales Advisory Council with RE/MAX of Northern Illinois. It was kind of a cliquey group, but eventually I grew up to be the president of this association. And we were always raising money for homeless women with children. The places we would give the money would give them a place to stay, a voicemail, help them with their clothing, help them to get assimilated back into society. And once I became the president of the Sales Advisory Council, there's a gentleman named Ed Highland. He had always been the head of the Children's Miracle Network for RE/MAX of Northern Illinois, for our region. And we had never raised more than $3,000 in a year. And so Ed called me one day, wanted to take me to lunch. I loved Ed because he was a friend of my father's, and I looked up to him and I said, "Is this about that Children's Miracle Network?" And he goes, "Greg, I've never explained to you about my grandkids and what they went through. So I'm going to bring you on a tour." So he brought me on a tour. I got to meet a lot of patients. I got to meet a lot of doctors. And after crying a bunch, I decided to really make this my mission. So I talked with a friend of mine, Joe, and I was trying to think of what would be a fun event that we could do. And he mentioned a bocce ball tournament. I came up with the idea of calling it Rolling for Children's, and went hard at it. And we had a blast. We put this on 2 years in a row. The first year we ended up, well, RE/MAX of Northern Illinois had never raised more than $3,000 in a year. So my first year as taking over as the head of the Children's Miracle Network for RE/MAX, we raised $43,000. And a lot of was from me convincing agents about the charitable giving. You know, you're not going to miss a $50 or $100 off of each of your closings, but it'll make such a huge impact for these kids. And with the bocce ball tournament, the second year, well, after the end of the second year, we were at $65,000. And we kept pushing hard on trying to get people to give. Our third year, we were over $200,000. The fourth year, I was leaving RE/MAX in August, and we'd raised over $250,000. And for the next 10 years, the ball was rolling so well that we raised over $300,000 a year for Children's Miracle Network. And I was really enjoyed being a part of that kind of positive energy, really helping children, helping those parents, and knowing that money was going to the right place.